Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn, and welcome to the Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. Today is Saturday, May 28th, 2022. I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend so far, taking some time for some self care and fun. Okay, so with that in mind, we are just going to ask the question of what do I need to know about today? What should I be focusing on today in order to be in alignment with my highest good? And we continue to use the Akashic Tarot deck that we have been using by Sandra Ann Taylor and Sharon Ann Klingler. Okay, and we are going to begin our breathing right now. So close your eyes if you want to participate in the breathing and take a deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale out. Take another deep breath in. And on this exhale, really ground yourself into this reading. Remember that this is your time now, these few minutes to connect with spirit and your higher self. As I do this reading, taking in the information that resonates with you and coming to your own intuitive epiphanies about what the card's meaning may be for you. Take another deep breath in. Hold this breath. Slowly exhale, focusing on the exhale. Drop into your heart center. Hold this, just quietly breathing. At this time, I invite our angels and guides to come forward. I invite the spirit of the Akashic Tarot Oracle deck to come forward and to share with us the divine guidance and wisdom that we need to hear today. I ask the divine light to surround us and cover us with the golden light of protection, shielding any lower or negative energies that may try to enter into or attach to this reading. I thank the divine light and I thank the angels for their guidance and care of us during this time. Take another deep breath in. Exhale out. And I'm going to begin to shuffle the deck and do the reading. So why is it that I do the breathing? Because it's a way to really center and ground yourself. If you're just focusing on your breath and the sound of my voice and nothing else, it helps you to move away from some of the things that may have been happening in your life throughout the day or even right before you started to listen to the reading. So it's a way of centering. And when we're listening to our breath, we are not listening to anything else, right? Because the sound of our breath is so quiet when we slowly go and drop into that exhale that it should be anyway, very difficult for us to listen to anything else but that sound. So that is why we focus on the breath. It gives us a chance to just take that minute that we need to be present in ourselves. Okay, so let me take a sip of water here and shuffle the deck and begin the reading. What do we need to know today? Okay. Twisting the cards up changing around all the positions, allowing spirit to just guide us to where we need to go. Shuffling. Okay, so you see the deck, and we are. So there were like, I think 70, 78 cards, I think, in this deck. So it's a pretty big deck to handle. I think that's what it says, 70, oh, 62, 62. This is still a lot of cards to handle. All right, let's see. Got something going here. Ooh. This is the card. Adsum. And this is in the reverse position, Adsum. And it is number 22 in the card deck here. So this is it is in the reverse position. So we're going to read that particular message. This card is a major transitional kind of card because it's part of the major arcana. It's 22. It's not of roses or scrolls or forces or keys. So this is a major arcana card. So this is saying to us that there's something that we are going to be shifting, or something that we need to shift, that we need to be focusing on shifting. And I see an angel. There's a young woman sitting at a desk with a book open, and there's an angel watching over her shoulder, almost like guiding her and teaching her, whispering information into her ears. And then there's a person carrying some more books to her, and then in the way distance there's another, there are several little light beings, angels. I don't think they're fairies. They look like angels to me. And another man and a woman, older woman and man, who are guides, right? So it seems to me that this young woman may be going through some type of major transformation in terms of her own history, her own reflecting on how her history has impacted her, and she's really starting to tune into her angels and her guides and connecting with her higher self, her higher wisdom, and she's receiving all this information, right? So that's what the picture looks like to me. But the fact that this is in reversed makes me think that maybe there's a struggle she's having with this, or maybe there's a strong push for her to really, really tune into this experience. So let's see. Let's see what Adsum means and go from here. 22 in the reversed. So again, that would mean to me that the spirit wants to tell us to go inward and experience, and really educate ourselves and understand the lessons of the past and so on. So this is just the general sense I'm getting from this card. And in fact, that message would line up with what the message was yesterday about going inward. But okay, add some. Alrighty, it says reversed. This card shows that you may feel you've lost sight of your purpose and contact with your friends, higher self, and the spirits who attend you. With your friends, okay, let me reread this. This card shows that you may feel you've lost sight of your purpose and contact with your friends, higher self, and the spirits who attend you. Maybe you're too emotional or stressed or just busy. Say Adsum and remind yourself that you are here for a reason. It's time to do the work that helps you arrive at your dreams. No matter why you feel disconnected. This is when you need your life helpers and spirit guides most. They have not deserted you, so don't desert yourself. Open the door and renew your commitment. Meet them in your life and your meditations. When you do, you'll find the help, love, and joy that attend you right now. During this phase, it's important to take some action toward your purpose each day. Every little step will take you to your destination. So it says, close your eyes and sense all your spirit guides gathering. Take a deep breath and feel the words, Adsum, I arrive inside you. So that's what Adsum means. I arrive. I arrive. I like that. The divine stands next to you as you arrive at your highest dream. Said it now. Okay, so yes, what I was saying is accurate, that this is a card of going inward and recognizing, working with your angels and guides and looking to them for information and knowledge and reconnecting with that. And so, in the sense that it does connect with yesterday's card about the energy of the weekend, what it's saying is, okay, let's get in touch. You have been perhaps ignoring yourself too much. You've been wrapped up too much in the day-to-day stuff, and not enough on what is it that I really want to do? What is it that I really need to feel fulfilled in my life? What is that missing piece? Because life is not about me being here just to do the laundry, wash the car, do the grocery shopping, cook the food, go to work, and so on. Life is about having a purpose, and you arrive within yourself when you understand what that purpose is. And you can then live your life fully because you are living in alignment with that purpose. So that's what this card is about. It's saying, okay, you have been a little out of touch with these things, and we're calling you back. We're calling you back to your higher self. We're saying to you, now is the time to really listen in. Take that time that you need. You don't need to be active in the sense of busying yourself all the time with the mundane. That it is perfectly fine. In fact, we expect you. This is the angels and guides saying, we expect you to take the time for yourself because this is why you are here. You are not a human doing, you are a human being. Okay? So be with yourself. How many of you have a hard time being with yourself? That if you don't have people around you or aren't engaged in some type of social activity, you feel lost, that you can't spend the time with yourself. This year is a call to really try to change that a little bit. Find something that you enjoy so much that you can just do on your own, and you can really lose yourself in that experience. Something that doesn't require you to necessarily socialize with people. Now, you can socialize with people if those people are actually a piece of what it is that you are trying to put out into the world. Do the people that you are are the people that you socialize with in alignment with your higher purpose? So once you identify what you believe that higher purpose to be, it could be you think you want to be an artist because you have an expression of love that you need to put out through your art, whether it be painting or drawing. If you're a writer, then you have words you want to use to express yourself. Um, you have words you want to share to help other people connect with the human condition, connect with your experiences through some type of fictional portrayal of your life. So there are all different ways that we can get creative with these things. And when you come into the knowing of who you are and what you want to do, what is truly the thing that makes your heart sing, then you have arrived. You have arrived within yourself when you can tap into that fountain. Because when you tap into that fountain, it's almost as if there's no turning back. Now, I qualify this because there are events in life that can throw you off course. But once you recognize that that is a temporary situation, you will recognize that you will be able to bring yourself back when you tap into that fountain. So, for example, let's say you are a writer or a painter and you are have a loss in your family. In fact, let me use myself as a personal example here. I lost two of my parents in a 3-year period. And in that 3-year period, I was writing and I was doing things. And there were times when the situation that was transpiring around their health, and these are situations that went on for many months for each of them. There were times when it became very difficult to stay on that path. But as soon as I would tap into that aspect of myself that helped me to move through that experience, things became easier for me to navigate both the experience that they were having, as well as the experience that I was having, along with people in my family. So I used that fountain, that that source, and that's what it is. It's source. It's the divine source in us. I tapped into that source to help me navigate through that and to be able to jump the hurdle once they passed away, to step back into what it is that I am supposed to be doing. And I look at that time as teaching moments to me, right? There was something in those experiences that now I was going to take into the mission that I am here to move forward. So that's just an example of myself. And I'm sure that many of you have experienced this when you have had something come up in your life that has thrown you off the course of what it is that you're trying to do. I think COVID did that to a lot of us. That we may have been working towards something creative or whatever the case may be, and now all of a sudden you could have been a stay-at-home mom who or a stay-at-home dad who was working on something creative when the kids went to school. And I know this again through my own experience. You send the kids off to school and you come home and you do a couple of things that you need to do, and then you take that limited amount of time that you've carved out for yourself to do something creative, to nourish your own soul, to fulfill your own soul. But then all of a sudden COVID hits and now your kids are home. You're having to teach them. You're having to, in a sense, help them navigate through the school system and assist with making sure that they understand the lessons, because now schooling went virtual and the communication and everything became very different. The kids were not being socialized, and they were going through their own traumas, and so now you have to face all of this, and that may have, in many situations, thrown people off of their paths. But how did you now utilize that? How did you work through that experience to get back on track? Because it is so important for all of us to do this, to connect with our spiritual side. It is that aspect of us, the part that taps into the higher self, the higher wisdom, who can hear the guides, who can sense the information through utilization of our intuition, to be able to move through those more challenging experiences. And because things, unfortunately, are more likely to get worse before they get better at this point, um, it is essential for us to nurture our abilities to function in a way in which we do not have to constantly rely on somebody to help us feel fulfilled. So you arrive when you know what it is that thing is, that one thing that you can do to make you feel fulfilled. Honestly, it doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be you are a master puzzle doer. You can put together a puzzler, a master puzzler, that you can do these puzzles so quickly, and maybe you want to help create puzzles. Maybe that's something you want to do. Maybe you want to fill the void in yourself because you get so much pleasure through this experience by actually creating puzzles that you can share with other people. And there are so many resources online to be able to do this. There are infinite possibilities. We don't understand the depths of our knowledge and wisdom and the ability for us to come up with creative solutions if we are not listening to the higher aspect of we are. So I would really encourage you this weekend to begin that reflection process and try to build upon that each day, right? Take a few minutes each day, build gradually. Carve out that time. Maybe it's 15 minutes before you go to sleep at night, right? Instead of watching TV, which I love TV, so this is not a referendum on TV. I love TV. I love to watch all different kinds of shows, but to take the time for yourself. And that is what I do. I look at spirituality as a form of daily hygiene almost, right? If I don't tap in to my intuition on some level throughout the day, I feel like, I'm not myself. And it doesn't even have, there are times when I'm very busy and it's harder to do, but I still take that pause to reflect, even if it's just for a few moments, and to tap into my divine self, to understand who I am and what I am capable of bringing into the world, to understand that I am not a person who is unworthy of receiving gifts from the world, and that I am capable of sharing those things with other people, right? It's the give and take aspect. So, this is the knowledge that we are being called to tap into. This is my sense. Um, I know that's very long and windy, the kind of the way I went around it, but We are all in this together. We are all growing. And even if I may be somebody who I may or may not be somebody who's been engaged in spiritual activities longer than you. Maybe you've been doing this much longer than I've been doing. But I've been on this path for a really long time. Many years. Years way back when I didn't even realize I was on the path until later on. In hindsight, they say hindsight is 2020. But we all need to do this for ourselves. And I am not telling anybody to worship a god or to do anything like that, to do anything that they're uncomfortable with. What I'm suggesting here is that you tap into yourself, understand the power that you have. We don't even have to get into the debate of that being a power from a higher source, but understand that that power that you have, that creative sense, that intuition, that comes from somewhere. And regardless, it is within you and it is there for you to utilize as a tool of spiritual growth. And I hope that you will take the time for yourself. Believe me, you won't regret it. Only good can come of it, I promise. I truly believe that. No, I know that. So I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you here tomorrow. Have a great Saturday.